Right, chat. We are back for the second half of Vikings Packers. See if this works. See if it works. Did betting work? Did it open? No. My betting is open again. So if you bet earlier, bet again. And we'll see what we can do here. See what we can do here. We're at halftime of Vikings Packers. Bet Vikings 10,000. Let me get mine in too. What's up, Cubes? What is up? What is up? Give me just a sec. All right, let me see if this looks any better. I hid that other stream. Shows me live. What about my main page? All right, I am showing live on my main page. Someone check to see if my logo is surrounded in red, please. Someone see if my logo is red on the main page. We'll see if we can build it up, y'all. See if we can build it up. We are at halftime of Vikings Packers. Packers will receive the second half kickoff. It's 10-6. 10-6. So you see the red circle, Cubes? All right, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Someone must have pre-reported me like before the stream started. Thank you, baby. You the bestest. You the bestest. With my pretzels, yeah, I do. Now returns was a little upsetting when it poofed. Yeah, I'm trying to get unhidden, Theo. I got that hidden shit going on again. But it looks like we're good, at least for now. See if we can get back to 100. Thank you, dearest. Thank you, dearest. I think you got me. I think you got me dialed in. All right, we managed to get it done in time, y'all. I think they're about to go to the third quarter. I got some snacks. I got some beer cheese and some pretzels from Applebee's. Hard nose in the house. Bet Packers 1,000. That over there. Let's see if they just report me again, Chad. It's kind of building up. We look good though. It's showing live on the main. I am showing in the search. I hid stream number 1. I will unhide it afterwards. Check a Vikings live. We'll see if I made the right decision here, but I'm not showing up under Vikings live. That's not good. What about Vikings Packers live? There I am there. Weird. Weird, chat. Val has the best food service right to the desk. I heated him. I put him in the air fryer, Theo. I put him in the air fryer. Val needs to remember to tip his server. I often tip her. Often. Auntie Annie's the pretzel goat and the mall. Yeah, these are a little extra cooked now, yeah. I might have to go off camera for this. There's Small in the house. I miss Orange Julius. Havoc cubes. This is beer cheese, bro. This is beer cheese, bruh. What do you think? I'm a rookie? How you doing, Miss Sarah? I'm back, says Darker Green. Welcome back. All right, we better, y'all. Let's see if we can build up the chat. Split screen ad. Maybe I should turn off ads, chat, and just put them in at commercial breaks like I do for Dodgers. I think I'll start that tomorrow for the Monday night game. Sarah arrives and the sun is just a little bit brighter, says Theo. Ain't that the truth? All right, here we go. Third quarter. 10, 15, 20, 25. Picks through down at the 26. The 26. And the Packers will start out. The betting is back on, y'all, as well as the poll. All right, just 24 in the house, so not all made it over. Run up the middle. And a gain of 3 by Wilson. Gain of 3 by Wilson. I'll give you the last bite here, Thor, of this one. Wilson a first down. Here, I'll tear this one off, Thor. Dip it in the beer cheese for you. There you go, buddy. There you go, buddy. Wilson, 58 rush yards. The rest of the Packers won. Love, gonna run it. Wide open. First down. And the Packers have entered Minnesota Viking territory. All right, my monitor just went blank. I got some weird green. I got to check all my connections after this, y'all. If it don't come back, I might be screwed. Lost your abacus. Handoff up the middle. You guys still see me? You guys still see me? I have an error on my screen here. I don't know if it's going to go away. Let me try to move screens. All my connections must be screwed up, chat. 2nd and 11. Love dump off to the running back here. Don't let him get to the outside. I don't know how to fix this, y'all. I don't know how to fix it. I got just like it's snowing on that screen. Maybe if I unplug it and plug it back in. We'll try it. All right, incomplete on a 3rd and 15, and the Vikings force a punt. All right, that brought that screen back. Unplugging it and plugging it back in. Punts away. Rice will let it bounce, and it's going to stop. So Price lets the ball go over his head. Price lets the ball go over his head and then gets blocked into the football. Gets blocked into the football. And it's going to be Packer ball in the red zone. Every game the Vikings have these type fuck-ups. Every game. Just get out of there. What are you even there for? Dumbass. Dumbass. From the 5. 1st and goal. Handoff up the middle to the 1. Fucking stupid, man. So sick of it. Cut his ass. Cut that idiot. 2nd and goal from the 1. My mood just got really dark, y'all. Really dark. Absolutely asinine. Absolutely asinine. Every week there's something with this team. And it's been this way forever. Not a sausage wiener, bro. It's a pretzel, bro. This team needs an enema. My goodness. Made me laugh. Thanks for bringing me out of it, David Lane. That was a pro hit on that sausage. David brought me out of the darkness, chat. I don't want to even be seen doing it. We still betting the Vikings, though. Not expect the defense to hold down score forever. I know, bro. I know. You ain't telling me nothing I don't know. David with a Rob Parsons type content comment. At Randy Travis for 10,000. For the win. Still can't believe that bullshit. I'm a digging up bones. I'm a digging up bones. We gonna let this dumbass return it again? 20, 25, 30, out to the 33. Do you think the Viking coach feels? Who cares? Who cares? Get a win. Who cares how he feels? Get a win. And quit. Make these losers accountable. McCarthy, 7-11, 7-for-11. First and 10 is a down and distance. And he gets sacked. Which one is sack? Parsons with the sack. Andre P says, hey, freaky sports boy. Yeah, they are. Pretzels kick ass. Yeah, they're delicious. I crushed him too, y'all. Crushed him like a pro, didn't I, David? Second and 17. Back to passes. McCarthy throw left side. Hawkinson. Gain of 5. Finished my pot of coffee, but I may need to start hitting the alcohol. Just because I'm watching this sorry team. I hear you, bro. I hear you. I feel your pain, bro. I feel your pain. Am I still live on my own channel? McCarthy on a 3rd and 12. Back to pass. Takes forever. Shovels it to Hawkinson. Another check down on 3rd and long. Love it. I love it. I love it. And we're going to put it right back to these sons of bitches. So the good news, chat, is I'm live on my own channel now. The bad news, we've only got 40 in the chat. All right, punt away. This one hits inside the 10, and it'll go out of bounds before any Viking can screw it up. So Green Bay will start deep in their own end. We go to a commercial break. What, baby? You need help? I'm digging up bones. I'm digging up bones. Shelby says, I hope so, Valhalla. How did you do in the war today? Did you suck? Yeah. I only played an hour, Andre P. I only played an hour. I'm there already. 4 beers in. Walmart gives out paper bags. How about putting alcohol in the coffee? Cousin's playbook checkdowns. True, Surly Viking. True. You ain't lying. You ain't lying, brother. Fly at your local city hall. Tums, says David Lane. David Lane, 79. Have I mentioned in this stream chat since I restarted how much I hate that YouTube has gone back to the @ symbols before your names? The riddle game, I like to call it. Have I mentioned it? Have I mentioned is that what got me banned this morning on YouTube? You sons of bitches. Oh, I'm not going to quit, COO. I am not a quitter. But bitching about YouTube? How much they suck? How much they're idiots? Why quit? Check it down. Check it down. So angry. I got to smoke a Newport. Hey, AI Valhalla, what you doing over there? What you doing over there, AI Valhalla? You got this all screwed up, chat. You got this shit all screwed up. Let's bring up that ESPN thing again. She's trying to help me, y'all. She's trying to help me. All right, Packers at the 8. 1st and 10. Hand off. Gain of about 5. Calling my lawyer, there's got to be a law about the way your football team is playing. How do you two benefit? I'm in, says Shelby. Digging up bones. I'm a digging up bones. All right, shovel pass. He won't get nothing there, y'all. He don't get nothing. I think I'm missing something here on my screen here, Chad. I'll try to fix it. This has become a test stream in quite some way, y'all. Let's pause this because that's probably copyright. Yeah, we're missing some stuff here. ESPN stats. Missing some stuff at the bottom here. All right, timeout by the Packers. Make this bigger while they're in the commercial break. That's what she said. That's what she said. All right, so little Valhalla guy got to go up. Then I'll move me up in a minute. 3rd and 5 for the Packers. Come on, defense. Hold one small again. Shotgun formation. Back to pass. Throws. Left side. Caught. My goodness. We suck. Got him in 3rd and long, and we let him off the hook. Hurry up offense now at the 19. Their 19. Vikings show him blitz. They send it. Love throws it. Caught again. Same play to Watson for another Packer first down. Running that clock out. What, babe? Is he in the bedroom? Shut the door. You haven't sucked up that cigarette yet? You mind your business, surly Viking. You mind your own business. Shut them doors down the hallway. It's fine. You didn't cut your hair. I don't like it. All right, let's turn off AI Valhalla. Let's turn me back on. Gotta move. That's to move me over here. Digging up boats. Digging up boats. All right, to rush up the middle there. This is a foregone conclusion, this game already, chat. This shit is already done. Foregone conclusion. Packers use a timeout, though. Out on my mail route today, I made friends with a dog named Thor. There you go, Schmidt. And off on the 3rd and 1. Get him! Eric Wilson met the ball carrier at the handoff point. And I think the Packers will have to punt. Crown him. Crown him. Punt away. Fair caught at 13. Vikings get the $1 million football. J.J. McCarthy coming out. Look behind you. You ain't telling me anything I didn't know already, surly Viking. The Grim Reaper is at the gate. Where's O? This is Rubio, I imagine. I think that's Romeo, the Rams Don 4. I imagine. Does Thor like people at all? Will he bark them, or is he a nice dog? Thor loves everybody. Thor thinks everybody is his bestest friend. He thinks everybody is his best buddy. That's what he thinks. In the flesh, baby, says Rubio. You know what we haven't seen today? Bob Phipps. Bob Phipps. We saw Theo. We saw Shelby. No Phipps, no Parsons. And still no Got Rust. We need Got Rust to check in so I can get him his drip show print. Ricardo Zugasti in the house. Ricardo Zugasti. So spring training tickets went on sale, chat. Spring training for the Doyers up at Camelback Ranch went on sale. My nose itches. I have a semi fear of dogs. Never had a dog, says Obe. Thor wouldn't care, Obe. Thor wouldn't scare you. He would just run up you all dopey. He's good at being dope. They're talking about how McCarthy is the quarterback whisperer. See if it works on this drive. Handoff. Aaron Jones tackled for a 3-yard loss. McCarthy is 9 for 13 for 71 yards. Anemic numbers by the second-year quarterback out of Michigan. Everyone will be blessed to see the best team that has big horns on their heads. I don't know about all that now. McCarthy sacked by Parsons. Sacked by Parsons. Vikings make a touchdown only means the Grim Reaper. When to get a beer, says Edward Barber. We can't beat the Titans, though. I don't even want to see it, says Steve Schmidt. So 3rd and 16. Packers rush 4. McCarthy. McCarthy sacked, but he did get out of the end zone. What a horrible drive. 4 total sacks for the Packers today. Pain, chat. Pain. They rushed 4 and got to him anyway. If the team can rush 4 on you and get to your quarterback, you're screwed, blued, and tattooed. Punt is away. It'll come down at the 40, 45, and he'll get tackled there at the Packers 45. 2:05 to go in the third quarter, chat. 2:05 to go in the third quarter. Green Bay Packers 17, Vikings 6. No, I'm doing Lakers. I'm doing Lakers Jazz tonight. Lakers Jazz tonight. I'll probably do Monday Night Football tomorrow, though. Probably do the Monday Night Football game tomorrow. RM checks in, says Will's haggling. This is a joke. Get Cousins back, says Dan Weaver. They're not going to let go of Cousins now, bro. They lost their starter. They lost, the hell's his name in Atlanta? They lost their starter. Cousins ain't going nowhere. We could have had Bo Nix and not moved up since Surly Viking. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. It is the history of the Minnesota Vikings. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Got Rust. If you're in the chat, please say something so I can get this thing over with. The Drip Show giveaway. Won it, bro. You won it. Yeah, Michael Penix. General Thor is mighty proud to be the first to love a chicken. What? I've never seen Thor around a chicken, Shelby, but it would be interesting. Birds don't bother him, so I imagine a chicken would. Teddy bears are going down next week, says the Rams Don. Still up on my main page, unlike earlier. Let's do a search for Viking Packers live. Live there, so I don't know, y'all. Mm. So the Vikings have beat the Packers 3 times in a row at Lambeau. That streak in jeopardy. 1st and 10 from the 45, breaks through the line, 1st down Packers. We can't tackle for shit either. We can't tackle for shit either. What's Michael Jackson's favorite drink? Tee-hee. Remember when he had the chicken with Chico? No, I don't. Oh, you talking about the toy chicken? Yeah, I remember that. Run up the middle by Wilson. Gain of 6. I thought you meant a real chicken, Shelby. The Raiders can still end the season with a respectable 9-8 record, especially having the hardest schedule in the NFL, says RM. Go Dodgers, go Rams, go Lakers, go Kings, go Trojans. I didn't know you were talking about the fake chicken. We still got that, I think. I think it's still out in the backyard. Raiders 37, Browns 9, says RM. Are they winning right now? Hey, no way. Ain't no friggin' way. 2nd and 4 from the Viking. Another 1st down. You son of a bitch. All right, this is about to get ugly, chat. This game about to get ugly. Wilson running it down our throats. Be patient with the Raiders. Give them another decade. RM says, you shut your mouth, Summy. Damn. All right, 1st and 10, and we're through the 3rd quarter, chat. We're headed to the 4th. Yay. Yay. To the 4th quarter. They go to commercial with the song Sunny Day. I'm not sure who that was by, but it's definitely not a sunny day in Lambeau or Southern Arizona. Maybe 12 years, you'll be good. So this thing's going to end at what, 2? Might take a nap. Is there any chance the Vikings would think about playing football for a living? Be patient with McCarthy. Give him another century. Just another 100 years. That's all we ask for. 100 years. Just another 100 years. All we need, chat. Final 15 minutes of hell. If this team had a quarterback and special teams were not inept, they would be up by 20. The Raiders will win again when they eventually move back to Oakland. They're never going back to Oakland. Why would they leave Vegas? I still think about, and this is sacrilege to Viking fans that live in Minnesota, but I remember the channel was active then. Now maybe it wasn't, but I remember when LA still didn't have a team and the Vikings were going through their shit for their stadium, and I said, you know what? The Vikings should move to Los Angeles. The Vikings should move to Los Angeles. And I totally believe in my purplest heart of purplest hearts, if the Vikings would have moved to Los Angeles and they would have built them SoFi Stadium, that the Vikings would be Super Bowl champions by now. The Vikings would have won a Super Bowl championship by now if they would have moved to Los Angeles before the Rams did. Way too literal? I think we'd have won one by now. And we'd be playing in SoFi Stadium. 1st and 10, handoff. Wilson, inside the 20. Fremont Jr. In LA, you'd win. And all my teams would be in LA. It would have been perfect. It would have been perfect in my golden years of sports fandom. Vikes are the Padres of the NFL. Truth. Run by Wilson. Takes it to the 15. Vikings are the Padres of the NFL. They would have won a Super Bowl, Cubes. They'd have won it by now. They would have had Viking ships in Redondo Beach, y'all. They'd had Viking ships for the tailgates in Redondo Beach. What up, RM? SC got robbed. It was the officials in the SC game last night, RM. It was definitely the officials. Isn't that what you do? Instead of congratulating the other team, RM, don't you always blame it on the officials? Isn't that your jam? I like Rams management, though. Chose a great coach, headed game SoFi this afternoon. CB. 3rd and 3. All right, Redmond tackles him for a loss. Green Bay will kick a field goal. Wasn't the officials, it was the humidity? Oh, the Los Angeles Vikings would have won the Super Bowl. And I would have been their biggest fan. Who the hell blames the officials? How petty of you, says RM. Pot, meat kettle. Pot, meat kettle. Go Pack Go, says Jeff Black now. UCLA alumni, says RM. Field goal good. Field goal good by the Packers. We should have won it in 99, says Greg Kane. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, y'all. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. The life of a Viking fan. Shoulda, we coulda, if we woulda. They charge 200 a session, says, oh, Vikings equal Clippers. See, the Vikings wouldn't have let San Diego into the stadium, y'all. They wouldn't have let the Chargers come up north. They would not have let it occur. They would be the sole occupant of SoFi. A whole lot of woulda, coulda, shoulda. We were 15-1 that season. I know what we were, and we blew it, just like we always do. Guy hadn't missed a field goal the entire year. I'm not saying Cousins is perfect. You remember how fun those games were. Should have won it in '09 if the ref didn't bounty the Saints. Packers going to score 27. Just imagine it, y'all. The Vikings would be in SoFi. There'd be, like I said, Viking ships parked at Kings Harbor. You know there would have been. You know there would have been. Considering the way the Rams fans hated the Vikings in the 70s, that would have been really weird having the Vikings in LA. I don't know what the Vikes saw in McCarthy. He won with a great team, says CB. I don't know, but it's probably going to cost these guys their jobs. It's probably going to cost Quessy and O'Connell their jobs. A return 10, 15, 20. And goes backwards, tackled. He's trying to make up for his mistake earlier that turned this game around. Here we go. 12:06 to go in the fourth quarter. Vikings down by 14, two tutties. And McCarthy taking the field. Does the kid have it in him to bring the Vikings back from the abyss in this 2025 NFL season? The answer is no, he doesn't. Yet. Under center. They bring Addison in motion. It's a handoff. Mason. So we've gone run heavy all day, y'all. I have not said Jefferson's name more than 2 times. I have not said Addison's name more than 2 times. This has been run, run, run to try to protect McCarthy. And it's not working. We're down by 2 scores at the beginning of the fourth quarter. McCarthy won a lot of games last year with a retread quarterback. Who? Vikes get easier schedule next year, so kid may be okay. 5-yard penalty on the Vikes for a false start. Jefferson 3 catches for like 59. 3 catches for 41. They're loud right here on a 2nd and 17. Back to pass. Thrown short, a check down, incomplete. Intended for Thielen, he dropped it. He dropped it. O'Connell should be gone. I've been so disappointed with him since the end of last season. Winners always get bigger fan bases. The Vikings have a fan base. They have a fan base, though, but a lot of us have just we're disgusted with him. It's been way too long, y'all. Like I said, it's just like being a Padre fan. Back to pass. McCarthy almost sacked, shakes out of it, and now he'll get thrown into the end zone. Mike should have kept the vet quarterback for a few more years, let the kid learn, like Green Bay did for Love. This doesn't happen where they don't keep the quarterback from last year if he doesn't shit the bed in the last 2 games of the year. If Darnold doesn't crap the bed in the last 2 games last year, they don't do what they did, but they thought they had something in this kid. Dobbs makes the catch on the punt, 50. Vikings 45, 40. $1 million football. They about to put the dagger in us, y'all. They about to put the dagger in the purple and gold. Chiefs fandom is on the downfall, for instance. What, didn't the Chiefs play this morning? What's going on around the league? What's going on around the league, chat? Let's see as the scores come up on the bottom of your screen there. Let's see what's going on. Again, I'll be doing Lakers Jazz tonight here on the channel. Chiefs are losing to the Colts 20-9. Bears are up on the Steelers 24-21. Patriots up on the Bengals 17-13. Ravens up on the Jets. 2:05 game, Cardinals Jags. The Raiders versus the Browns this afternoon. I might watch that. Titans Seahawks. Seahawks up big. They're losing to the Packers. Giants still up on Detroit 20-17. Bet you the Lions come back in that, though. Cowboys Eagles this afternoon. The Buccaneers Rams is the Sunday night football game. And basketball going on. I don't know who you are that said hi to Jeff. Hi to you, Jeff. Is that Atsleen? Oh, Jaden. Jaden, what's up, girl? What is up, Jaden? What is up? How you doing? That's my niece. It's Jaden. I got a gas more to sell you. I'm going condo. Says CB. I got a gas mower. I have to take 2 tablets to high blood pressure medicine before I watch the Vikings play, says Edward. Tablets. Give me the 2 tablets, please. It's so hard to know the names, y'all. If Jaden didn't put hi Tio, I wouldn't have known. Hey, thank you so much, Jaden. Thank you so much, girl. How are you? We need to come by and see you guys. We need to come by and see your moms. Your little bro. Drip show in the house. Back to pass. His love throws it. Caught by the tight end at the 40. Takes it to the 30. First down, Packers. Why are you a Vikings fan? It was a curse. It was a curse when I was a young boy. Bestowed upon me. Val moves to gravel Arizona landscaping with his gas mower. Got some big weeds here. We got some big weeds. First and 10 from the Viking 29. Jordan Love, penalty. He forgot to snap it. We Vikings fans are hiding under the bed most of the time, says Edward Barber. We were born Viking fans. Vikings, do y'all trust JJ? Packers, do you trust Jordan Love? Big weeds equals saguaro cactus. I got a big saguaro right out front. I grew up an Angels fan. I know misery, says Obe. Angels have a World Series, Obe. Angels have a World Series in your lifetime. Not the case. Not the case. Your misery is not the same as mine. All my LA teams have won a championship in my lifetime. Lakers, Dodgers, Kings. Second and long, throw this side, caught. We just aren't covering them close enough, y'all. That was Rodgers on the coverage of Watson, but it's still an 11-yard gain. Perfect throw by Love. Third and 3. Got my World Series, so that was fine by me. Run up the middle. It's nothing. So fourth down. Man, I am way behind the graphic, y'all. Way behind. Way behind the stats graphic. Even Ducks won a couple. Why did Al Davis not like Marcus Allen? I don't know. There was definite gloom over the team there during that time frame. Field goal by the Packers. We're just riding out the streak on this one, y'all. We're just riding out the pain. We're just riding out the pain. This little light of mine, we're going to let it shine. Song on the game. Oh, man. 6:23. So now it's a 3-score game. It did. It was personal. It was personal. You could feel it. You could feel it around the facility there in El Segundo. Sometimes I have my wife lock me up in a cage when the Vikings are playing because I turn into a wolf. They love McCarthy. Okay, Allen of Raiders wanted to run the ball. Davis was a long pass lover. Yep. Al Davis loved the long ball, y'all. He did love the long ball. Vikings want a buyback of Sam Darnold. Breaking news, Vikes are moving to Oakland. Well, it's by an ocean. It's by an ocean, Chad. Davis didn't want to pay a runner. With Bo Jackson joining, Allen got even less playing time. And then he went to the Chiefs, right? Then he went down there and played for the Chiefs for a bit, if I remember right. Go vertical. Last year's Viking backup quarterbacks are 18-4 combined. Got a Green Bay jersey for you, my boy. Says Zona Golden Gate. There was a Christmas where when my son was just tiny, right after he was born, someone gifted him a Green Bay Packer jersey, and we opened it on Christmas Eve night, and we had a fire going in the fireplace. I opened the present for him, and as soon as I saw the Packer jersey, the box, the jersey, and the wrapping paper went right in the fire. True story. True story. Some feelings were hurt. Let's just put it that way. Some feelings were hurt that night. Allen under Art Shell in Kansas City, blasphemy. That was an awkward Christmas Eve, y'all. Awkward Christmas Eve. Literally, it was less than 3 feet, y'all. I was sitting in front of the fireplace. I saw what it was, put the cap back on it. Oof. Andrew in the house. 1st and 10 for the Vikes. McCarthy back to pass. Picked off. Go! McCarthy's hand hit as he threw that. Sent out a wounded duck. I can't remember who it was. It was one of his nieces or one of his cousins that gifted him the jersey. They thought it was funny. I didn't find it funny. And my son was too little to care. He didn't give a shit. It was one of his cousins that gifted it to him, if I remember right. They were mad. I had to run up the middle. That ball was loose. That ball was loose. It has no feel for the pocket. NFL defensive linemen are faster than he knew from college. He's about to break his TV in a few. Valhalla stands on business. 10 toes down, baby. 10 toes down. I'm standing on business. Yeah, I'm not going to break the TV. It's a new TV. It broke when the lightning hit. Are you in Arizona? Dude, run up the middle. AJ's footwork is sloppy still. He is unteachable, question mark. McCarthy is all hype now, says CB. Third and 9. 3rd and 9 for the Packers. Timeout. All right, Packers use timeout number 2. Oh, you're from Wisconsin. I thought you smelled funny. Thought you smelled funny. Geno Smith is horrible in the pocket and worse. He can't scramble. Still raining in Arizona? No, sun's out right now. Sun is out. It's a little chilly, but we're supposed to get back to the 70s this week. I'm going to be out in the backyard a lot this week. I'm going to be out in the backyard a lot this week trying to save it. I think you are happy the Giants are beating the Lions. Let's turn off betting. All right, 3rd and 9. Go to the store and back at a blowout. Horrible. You tell it. Incomplete. What a collision out there. Incomplete. So the Vikings defense, 23 points, not great. But this could have been like a 40-9 deal. This could have been worse. If you're looking for a silver lining. Sun's out, guns out. All right, Packers to punt it with 5:53 to go in this game. Punts away. Go out of bounds at the 8. Davis has his son with him in Green Bay. Got him a snazzy suit on with a nice coat. A lot of wool going on there. By the Dodgers play-by-play announcer. About to get worse. Just hold on a sec. Catching the punt does help. I think JJ brought up his alter ego a touch too soon. James Winston caught a 33-yard touchdown pass. I want to see that. 2nd and 2. McCarthy. Quick throw this side. First down, Vikes. All right, Bears now beating Pittsburgh pretty good, 31-21. 12:18 to go in the 4th. Gunnar Olenstein passed to Winston. Giants 27, Lions 17. McCarthy running it. 20. Block from Hawkinson. McCarthy gets slammed down at the first down. I think McCarthy's seeing little birdies flying around. His eyeballs. He got slammed into the turf pretty hard there. Time to turn the channel and start cussing like I do each week, says Edward. Giants 27, Lions 24. They might come back. Don't doubt them Lions. They're the cardiac team. 1st and 10 from the Viking 28. McCarthy back to pass. Steps up, throws it Hawkinson. Gain of about 4. Who play calling? Says Walter Scott. It ain't me, bro. I haven't been calling the play. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. 4 minutes before the Vikings can put 2025 to rest and start planning on their draft position. 3:44 clock running back to pass as McCarthy steps up, throws long, picked off. Go! Cheerleaders are happy, correct. Every one of them. That's why they're cheerleaders. Walter might want to verify, though, so who knows? Nothing wrong with that, Walter. If you're trying to verify who's gay and not gay, do your thing, Walter. Do your thing. AO Kong says, "Oh no, we still suck." If you're worried, Walter, go ahead and whatever checks you do to verify. Run to the center. What the hell happened to the Vikings? All right, Malik Willis in. I'll never forget Malik Willis's highlight tapes coming out of Liberty. I'll never forget him. I wanted the Vikings to draft him so bad. Vikes should not call timeouts. Just get the hell out of here. Run up the middle. Still going. First down. Hits him to midfield. Never. Now I don't know. I don't know about a suicide rate. Cheerleaders. And up the middle. All right, we're at the 2 minute warning. 2 minute warning. Packers 23, Vikings 6. I'm gonna forget that the Titans drafted him. It says on the go at CeeLo. Yeah, I liked him so much coming out of Liberty, CeeLo. It took him a while, but he's played well like the last couple times he's got to play. AOC called timeouts in the Chargers game just so Wentz could take more of a beating. That was the game that put Wentz on the IR, right? Wasn't that the game that put Wentz on the IR? Nothing wrong with being gay, Walter. Congratulations. Congratulations. Hey, what you doing? I don't need nothing. I was just wondering what you're doing. I don't need nothing. This game's almost over. I headed to Nappy Land. You have a very nice hairdo today. Very snazzy. Look at it. You look like one of those in the cartoons. You think they're knights? Kind of. What is going on there? Do you have like a what do you call it? One of those. What is that thing by your forehead? Sweatband? There you go. Let it flow, girl. Thing to keep your hair back. Keep your ears warm. I do. Often. Often. All right, so Jones is over there talking to McCarthy. 2nd and 8 for the Packers. Vikings 49. Thrown on the right. It's another first down. I think they're going to go away from this game for the Lions. I think they're going to leave this game with 1:42 to go and go to the Lions game. All right, we just busted 1,000 views on the 2nd Street. I'm a legit YouTuber, y'all. Better recognize. First down, Packers. All right, so this shit's over. Let's just go over here. Alligators can't move backwards. Is that true? Is that true? Can't move backwards? Maybe that's why they do the twists. All right, a kneel down. That'll do her. That'll do her, y'all. Packers defeat the Vikings 23-6. 5 sacks by the Packers defense. A penny saved is a penny earned. Sure they can if you drag them by the tail. How in God's name did this team beat the Lions? All polar bears are left pawed. Did we wait for the end of the stream to start talking about interesting things? Interesting factoids? I didn't know. I didn't know polar bears were all left-handed. How do you know? NFC North is literally done. If I'm not here next week, I probably moved to Green Bay or Detroit, says Edward Barber. One if by land, two if by sea. All right, so they go to Lions Giants. AOC sucks. 9 sucks. Special teams coach sucks. It's Kubler. All right, so we're watching this one to the end, I guess. Why not? Back to pass. Winston hit. Not a fumble, though. Lions say it's a fumble, but I don't think it was. Where is this game? All right, so a little bonus coverage. Little bonus. It might have been that got me banned, that video right there in the center chat. It might have been that shit. Back to passes. Winston on a 3rd and 6. Throws it long. Right side. Incomplete. But a flag. I'm Victoria's Secret, y'all. I'm apparently Victoria's Secret. I don't know how you get that thing to move up. Pass interference on the defense. Big play. All right, let me do this. Let me go to the main while this commercial plays, and maybe it'll move up. Maybe that shit'll move up. There we go. Beat the rush, chat. Beat the rush. Always suspected Batman was a lefty. Every time a bat flies out of a cave, they turn to the left. I always suspected Batman was. Uh, they're showing that trickery play by the Giants earlier. And there's Winston's catch. And Winston fought hard to get in that end zone, baby. So there's 5 minutes left to go in this one. So it's the Giants that have the $1 million foot. Put it over there. The average housefly lives only 15 to 30 days. I thought it was like 7 days. I thought they only lived like 7 days. What do I know? Housefly. Apparently, a housefly lives like up to 30 days. I thought it was 7 days. But I'm new around here. Dude. Let me make me really big in AI land. Winston, throw it! Caught! Caught! First down. First down for the Giants. See, that's what I want from my QB. I want a QB that don't give up. That don't give up and just slings the rock. That's what I want. Red zone. So that was a 3rd and 17. It's 1st and 10 now from the 18. Handoff. Takes it to the 15. Again, just a little bonus covered. Winston can come eat W's with the Vikings. The mayfly has the shortest lifespan between 5 minutes and 24 hours. Tracy, still up. Fights to the 3rd, another first down. Giants up by 3, trying to add on in Detroit, trying to upset the Detroit Lions. See if I'm hidden, y'all, because those little commercials are playing. Run up the middle. Rugby scrum. I will leave you with this. A turtle can breathe out of their butt, says Greg Kane. Who knew? We all know that, says Obe. I didn't know. I didn't know, Obe. Who knew? Skull. All right, Skull, Greg. Skull, baby. William Townsend in the house. Where you been? Marcus Allen is the only one to win the Heisman, national title, NFL MVP, Super Bowl, and Super Bowl MVP. He is also in the Hall of Fame. Absolutely. Make the handoff. Thrown. End zone. Incomplete. Incomplete intended for Theo Johnson, the tight end. He was actually a cool dude, y'all, as well. Pendulum swings like a pendulum do. Bobby's own bicycle 2x2. Where's Mr. Baggy's Tower Big Ben? Someone find me those rosy red cheeks of the little children. Weird. Random. Nothing going running to the left there. So the Lions defense comes up big. I guess they'll kick a field goal. Detroit used their second timeout. For those timeouts. Watch the ones up there on the little screen. Does Allen know where OJ's knife is? Did OJ die? Hubler, is OJ Simpson still with us? Or did he croak? Yep, just out of nowhere, Theo. My guess is Marcus didn't expect OJ to do what he did. Is that an Edgar Allan Poe verse? Says Kubler. Neil Diamond song. Over the middle, incomplete. That's wild. They forego the field goal that would have made it a 6-point lead and go for it on fourth down. Isn't that weird? Wasn't that a weird play? What was the line in this game? OJ's dead? He's buried under the 40-yard line at the Coliseum? Neil Diamond was never mistaken for Edgar Allan Poe. Well, here it was. Here he was. Jared Goff out there, y'all. Summer Obe has a Jared Goff jersey hanging in his closet. 1st and 10 from the 6. Their own. Thrown this side, caught. Out of bounds at the 10. Oh, the Eagles are wearing the throwbacks today. The Kelly Green. We're not in the red zone no more, y'all. We're in the opposite red zone. Why am I still on here with another stream to go today? Sweet Caroline, dun dun dun. Today on Valhalla Learns, Sweet Caroline and the Raven discuss the similarities between the two. By my golf jersey says gaw, gaw. What a sorry ass bunch of losers, says Dan Weaver. Are you talking about us? How how Sheenification, fueled by greed, has destroyed everything that could have once been considered good about a vacation to Vegas. With you there, William. We're here for the inane chatter. Back to pass is Goff. Big man chasing him. Flag thrown. That's holding. That's going to be holding. Holding offense, number 68. Replay second down, y'all. Lions. One timeout, but they're running out of time. 2:43. They need 3 to tie, 4 for the lead. Fire 2 cheerleaders and Wes Phillips. It's Walter Scott. Them cheerleaders be bugging you, don't they, Walter? They be bugging you? How comes? Understand? Back to pass, throw over the middle. That dude's running fast. First down, Lions. First down, Lions. He was running real fast. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. All right, 13 seconds of the 2-minute warning in this one. Goff back to pass. They're coming to get him. He throws it away. Lives to play another day. Lives to play another day. 2:07 remaining. Insane in the membrane. All right, Amon St. Brown with a reception. He's short of the marker. So we go to the 2-minute warning commercial. Again, Lions need 3 for the tie, 4 for the lead. JJ is not the answer, period. They're bad luck, says Walter. Bears 31, Steelers 28. I'm going to get out of here, y'all. I'm going to get out of here. My fun meter is pegged. I'll be back on later tonight for Lakers Jazz. Lakers Jazz here on the channel. Probably just wear this shirt. This hat. Who gives a shit? But anyway, Packers beat the Vikings 23-6. We are well in last place in the NFC North. I don't even know who we play next week. Let me look it up. Look it up. Week 13, we are here. Lucky number 13. Thursday, November 27th, Turkey Day, we got Green Bay, Detroit at 11, Kansas City, Dallas, and Cincinnati, Baltimore. If I do a Turkey Day game, it will probably be the Green Bay, Dallas, or the Green Bay, Detroit one. Otherwise, I might not even do a game. I don't know if the Lakers play on Thanksgiving. And then on Friday, we got a rare Friday game, Chicago, Philly. Vikings are in Seattle, the late game on Sunday. So anyway, I'll probably try to find some college football to do on Saturday, but I don't know. It's wide open. Wide open. I just don't know what to do. Thank you, Elishiva. Quarterback whisper my ass. Dan going through it. Dan going through it. But a 6:00 start for Lakers tonight, chat. I'm out of here. Peace. Thank you, Shelby.